Hi, I'm the Online Guitar Guy, and on this video I'm going to teach you how to play Wanted, Dead or Alive by Bon Jovi. But before we get started, let's tune our guitars. 6th string E. Fifth string A. Fourth string D. Third string G. Second string B. First string E. Okay, now in the beginning of this song you got this kind of tricky little solo, which I'm going to show you here. You got your first finger on the 13th fret of the E string, and your second finger on the 14th fret of the G string. And so you're going to play the D string, the G string, the E string, the G string again, and then a D string again. Now after that you'll go to the 12th fret, holding your first finger on the G string and your second finger on the E string of the 12th fret, and you're going to do the same strumming of the strings that I showed you before. From there you're going to have the same fingers on the same strings on the 10th fret, doing the same thing again. And from there you're going to go to putting your second finger on the 9th fret of the G string and your first finger on the 8th fret. Then you go down to the 5th fret, holding your first finger on the G string of the 5th fret and your second finger on the E string. Down to the 4th fret, your second finger on the G string of the 4th fret and your first finger on the first string of the 3rd fret. Down to the 2nd fret on the G string and the 1st fret on the E string. So now when you put it all together, it'll sound like this. Now you're going to play that riff 2 times, and after the second time you play it, you're going to go to playing this little riff here. First, you're going to have your fingers on the D chord, in open D9 actually, I'm sorry. with your first finger on the second fret of the G string and your third finger on the third fret of the B string. And what you're going to do is you're going to, with your second finger, you're going to have your second finger on the third fret of the A string, and you're going to actually play 2 open A's first, third finger on the A string, open D, D on the third fret, another open D. And the reason why you have your other fingers on these 2 strings is because after you play that little riff, you're just going to do an upstroke with the first 3 strings with that chord held down. You go back to the original riff. You're going to play that riff 3 times. And the last time you play the riff, you're just going to go to a C chord and a G chord. Okay, so now when you get into the verse of the song, you're going to play a D chord. And if you see a little thing I do there, I play a D chord twice. Then I go to a quick D sus with my pinky on the third fret of the E string. Back to a regular D. To a D9. And then back to a D again. Next you're going to go to a C9 chord, which you'll play by putting your third finger on the third fret of the A string, your first finger on the second fret of the D string, and your third finger on the third fret of the B string. The next chord here you're going to play is going to be a G chord. You're going to play the G chord by putting your second finger on the third fret of the E string, your first finger on the second fret of the A string, your third finger on the third fret of the B string, and your fourth finger on the third fret of the E string. So now when you play this part of the song, it's you're gonna have this little riff at the after you play the G chord, which is just gonna be open A on the second fret, and open D. So it's gonna sound like this. Now that last chord I played there, when you're going back into the D chord, it's just a C chord. You're basically moving your finger from the third fret of the B string to the first fret of the B string with your first finger. So that's your third finger on the third fret of the A string, your second finger on the second fret of the D string, and your first finger on the first fret of the B string. So when you're playing that, it's going to be D, C9, G, little riff, and go back to C9 again, and then G, over to the C chord, and then back to a D. Okay, so now we go into the chorus of the song. You're going to play a C add 9 chord, a G chord, you go to an F chord, which is barring your first finger on the first fret, holding all strings down with the first finger, second finger on the third string of the second fret, third finger on the A string of the third fret, and your fourth finger on the D string of the third fret. And from there you're going to go to a D. So that's going to sound like this. And so after that, you're going to go back into the original riff from the intro that I showed you. You're going to play that twice, and then you're going to go back into the verse that we were just playing before. And then after that, you go back into that riff I just showed you a second ago again, and that's pretty much the whole song. You play that again after that. So that is how to play Wanted Dead or Alive by Bon Jovi. That's basically the whole song. That riff and the chords that I showed you, that's the whole song. So remember, just practice this song, listen to it, and play along with it if you can. And I got plenty of other videos to show you. To show you how to play different songs too, so you can check those out on YouTube also. So anyway, take care and good luck playing Wanted Dead or Alive by Bon Jovi.